Take baby steps to supersize and grow your business, little baby doll. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. And our idiom or expression today is take baby steps to supersize and grow your business. Now, I like this idiom. I have 3 granddaughters, so I love baby steps. I do love babies. They are a lot of work. They are a lot of interesting challenges. But just like with babies, our business grows and supersizes, not always by leaps and bounds, although babies grow really, really fast, right? Their first year, the first 5 years, it's incredible how much children change from, little tiny infant that can't really do anything without you to independent little 2-year-old human beings who have a mind of their own. So baby steps, this idiom's been around for probably as long as babies have existed. I don't know that it has a specific origin. Actually, it doesn't. I couldn't find one. But it implies making gradual and cautious progress similar to a baby learning to walk. It literally comes from watching babies learn to walk. By taking small little steps and making progress over time by never giving up, by being persistent, by being patient, by gradually improving little incremental improvements, and then all of a sudden the baby's walking, right? All of a sudden you get the result, but it's because you worked at it and practiced and made attempt after attempt after attempt to making something happen. Now, everybody says take massive action, which babies pretty much take massive action when they're focused on learning to walk. They, pull themselves up on furniture, they crawl, they do all of the little baby steps that lead up to the actual baby steps, the taking a step, one step after another, which leads to the result of being able to walk. The same is true with our business. Sometimes we take little bitty steps, and it's the most important step that we take in our business is always the next step, right? People say the hardest thing to do in your business is to start, and I would say not so much. It's easy to start a business. Millions of people start a business every single day, but 95% of those businesses plus fail in the first 5 to 10 years. Why? Because at some point we fail, or people fail to take the next step. And if you don't take the next step, and sometimes the next step's right, sometimes the next step's wrong. And if it's wrong, a lot of people quit and give up. And that's where they get into trouble when it comes to growing and having a business at all. So I looked up some fun things about baby steps and babies and baby development. And the youngest baby that ever walked is a 4-month-old, which is incredibly mind-boggling to me that a 4-month-old could walk. We've got a 6-month-old baby in the house, and she's definitely in the almost crawling stage and trying to move and get herself up and stuff. And it's so fun to watch. But our businesses are like watching our children grow, right? For a lot of us, our businesses are like our children. My children would probably tell you and contend that I paid more attention to my businesses when they were growing up than I did to them. I don't think that's true, but I definitely had to split my time back in those days. Found an interesting thing from Dave Ramsey about the baby steps that we take in terms of our financial success and financial freedom. Thought that was powerful. We could apply it to both our business and to our personal lives. Step 1 is save and have an emergency fund. Do you have an emergency fund, emergency action plan for your business? Pay off debt, using the snowball method, and we could talk about that if anyone's interested. Save 3 to 6 months, have 3 to 6 month buffer for your business. Now, since COVID, I would probably contend that as far as our businesses go, we better have more than a 3 to 6 month buffer. We ought to have a year or so buffer, if not more, in order to tide us over in case the unimaginable happens. There's talk about there being another COVID pandemic, given that it's an election year coming up. Let's hope that we don't fall for the lies and nonsense this time, and we do what's right for ourselves and for our families and for our businesses without necessarily complying with things that don't make any sense, especially things that have been scientifically proven to be BS and not make any sense. But we might want to think about, is a 3 to 6 month buffer applicable nowadays? Didn't get people through COVID if they didn't have any other plans. We had to pivot and be flexible and be creative in order to keep moving forward in a time when the world had just gone crazy. What's his 4th baby step? His 4th baby step, invest 15% of your household income. I think that's a great rule of thumb. 5, save for your kids' college fund. Save for big events that are coming up, or plan for big events that are coming up. That definitely applies to our business. Oh, pay your home off, pay your business debts off, right? One of the smartest things I've done throughout the course of my life in different businesses is, when possible, when cash flow is great, pay off and pay down some of the high interest debt. Because as I was growing businesses, interest rates were much, much higher than the high rates we have now. They were like triple the rates we have now. And then build wealth and give, right? Great 7 baby steps from Dave Ramsey. So I'd love to know, how have you seen this particular idiom play out in your business as you've been building and growing and supersizing it? Have you seen that sometimes you can make big leaps and bounds, and other times we want to make baby steps? Why? Because we always want to be progressing forward. We always want to be persisting and consistent in our business growth. Guess what? Your business isn't going to necessarily always grow month over month, year over year, etc. It depends on what's going on in the world, but you have the ability to always take that next step. Just remember, you don't have to take all the steps. Just take the next baby step and keep moving in the direction you want to go. All right, have an awesome day. I'll, of course, see you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how might you use it to grow and build your business? Have an awesome day.